Thank you so much. What is it that makes you happy and fulfilled, makes you come alive? When I was 14 years old, I asked my parents for a guitar for Christmas. Like many teenage boys growing up on Metallica and Nirvana, I wanted to be a rock star. But I soon noticed that playing the guitar is kind of hard. Everything I tried sounded horrible. My neighbors started to hate me. Even my dog didn't want to be in my room anymore. And on top of that, playing the guitar really hurts your fingers when you just start out. After about 6 months of frustration, having turned my family, my neighbors, and even my dog against me, I nearly quit. I was on the brink of selling my guitar. But luckily, there was this deep curiosity, this motivation within me to push through. I wanted to get to the point where I was able to, generate some really nice sounds with my guitar and to maybe even compose my own tunes. And so my teenage self kept on playing and playing and playing hours and hours each and every day. Eventually, my guitar skills improved. My passion for playing the guitar became even stronger, and I started to compose my own tunes that racked up millions of views online. I then even started my own business based on my passion, so an online guitar academy, so a real passion business, which enabled me to live a life I never thought was possible. And this entire process taught me a really, really important lesson. In order to have the energy and the endurance to push through the hard times, you just need to be really, really passionate. Now, a lot of people think you have to have talent, but I would argue that talent is largely a byproduct of passion. For the most part, you become talented because of your curiosity, your interest, your deep focus, and of course, your passion. And I can say with conviction that having passion and following that passion is absolutely life-changing. And so I wanted to share some of the things I learned from my journey. Let's start by taking a look at the new paradigm shift. So for thousands of years, we lived in caves as hunters and gatherers. Then at some point, the Industrial Revolution took place, and from then on, our technological advancement sped up exponentially. We flew to the moon. We created this revolutionary thing called the internet that just changed everything. And all that just within the last few decades. I mean, when I was born, there was no smartphone. There was no internet, and I'm not even that old. And now a simple smartphone has more processing power than NASA's supercomputer, computers that guided Neil Armstrong to the moon and back in 1969. Just try and wrap your head around that. It shows you just how fast technology is advancing. So we really are living in a new paradigm shift, and you and I are a part of it. A paradigm shift that signifies a major change in how our society operates, in how we live, work, and do business together. And this new paradigm shift really enables us more than ever before, to really follow our passion, to learn new valuable skills, and to design the life of our dreams through what I call the passion business revolution. With all the new technology, software, tools, and easy access to millions, yes, even billions of people online, it has never been easier to turn your passion into a business and to let the right people hear about it. I mean, I can set up social media ads right now and show my ads to hundreds and thousands of people around the world for pennies. People who might be interested in listening to fingerstyle guitar music or want to learn how to play fingerstyle guitar. And a part of these people will start listening to my music, and a part of these people will join my fingerstyle academy. So the opportunities we have at our fingertips right now are just unparalleled. 20 years ago, if you wanted to start a business, you had to write a business plan. You had to beg for a loan and to take high risks. Today, more and more people start $1 million business from their computers. So let's take a look at the difference between a traditional business and a passion business. So commonly, the term business is rather associated with capitalist, greedy organizations that exploit humans and the environment and strive for eternal growth. Usually in that model, people work for a business, which gives them money in return for their valuable time, aka a huge chunk of their lifetime. With the passion business revolution, however, we create a business that works for us, is value-driven, and enables us to live a meaningful and fulfilling life during the few years we have on this beautiful planet. Take a look at this graph over here. Starting a traditional business is rather difficult. It requires a lot of time, capital, you need to have a big team, management, organizational structures, and so on. A passion business, in contrast, is much easier and faster to set up. It doesn't require a big team, not a lot of capital, and no organizational structures, as its main purpose is to provide you with a living. It's not about profit, maximization, or constant growth, even though a passion business can become quite big if you let it. So let's take a look at the 4 fundamental factors that you need in order to turn your passion into a business and to really become the designer of your life. First of all, you need to know what it is you're really passionate about. And here it helps to take a deeper look inside at your values, because your values are what drives your passions. Ask yourself, what is really important to me in life? Write down the words that pop into your mind. It can be family, freedom, comfort, success, and so on. Then number these values based on importance and focus on your top 3 values. There are also some good online tests for that help you to identify your values. For example, one of my core values is creativity. When I get to be creative, I come alive. And even something boring sounding, like building or rather creating a business, is creative to me. I have the same kind of passion for creating a business like for writing a song, because both are highly creative processes. And I have the same kind of passion for them because they're both connected to the same core value of mine, creativity. And my passion for entrepreneurship even helps me to fulfill another important value of mine, which is freedom, being able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do. So, yeah, take a look inside and think about your values. And once you know what your values are, let's try to identify your passions. Ask yourself, what gives me the deepest sense of fulfillment and joy when doing it? I remember back to my teenage days on a hot summer days when my friends came over and wanted to pick me up to go to the lake, to swim and enjoy the sun. But I was practicing these cool Metallica tunes in my hot and steamy room, and I couldn't imagine doing anything better than that right now. Playing the guitar gave me so much joy, I didn't care about anything else. I totally lost myself in playing the guitars for hours and hours each day. So what is it that makes you feel lost in time? Another question you could ask yourself is, if money didn't matter, if you were a billionaire, what would you do with your time? If you can't come up with a passion right away, don't worry. Passions can change over time, and also new passions can develop. It all starts by being curious, then curiosity turns into interest, and interest eventually turns into passion. And yes, you really need to be passionate in order to push through the hard times, and ideally be in love with the process. Often, reaching the end goal is nothing more than a dopamine rush that subsides quickly. So finding fulfillment during the process is the real deal. Then even if you fail, or let's rather say, if you learn a lesson, it was still worthwhile and fulfilling. So with passion, you have nothing to lose. Now, when it comes to making a living from your passion, we need to start looking outwards as well, because the market's needs and desires are actually the most important thing. In business, it's not about you. It's about helping other people solving their problems. So it's about providing value. And providing value also helps to intensify passion. It gives it much more meaning and makes you much happier once the focus shifts from yourself to others. HubSpot founder Damesh Shah puts it this way: stop thinking about making $1 million and start thinking about serving 1 million people. So try to identify a passion of yours that you can use to provide value to other people. Take a look at this graph. The key is, if you find this sweet spot between the industries you know and are passionate about, the knowledge and skills that you have or that you can learn, and the market's needs and desires. If you find this sweet spot, this overlap, your chances for success will increase dramatically. But all that doesn't matter if you have the wrong mindset. Your mind is actually the most powerful and also the most dangerous tool that you have. It can be the source for misery or bliss. And your ability to calibrate your mindset and to control how you respond to life's circumstances shapes your life. It's really everything. There's this huge graveyard of lost potential that is full of amazing business ideas and projects that have never been even started because of limiting beliefs and a wrong mindset that prioritized fear and doubt rather than courage. So yes, the number one dream and business killer is having a limiting belief. So fix your mindset first, otherwise nothing else will matter. So how do you fix your mindset? First of all, you need to become actively aware of your limiting beliefs. Shine a spotlight on your inner saboteur whenever it raises its voice, saying things like, you can't do this, you're not good enough. Or what if you fail? You will be a failure. The second step then is to challenge your limiting beliefs and to counter them with empowering beliefs. So whenever your limiting beliefs say something like, you can't do this, you're not good enough, counter them by saying something like, I might not be able to do it right now, but I can learn how to do it and become damn good at it. So whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right, because what you believe is what you achieve. So start doubting your fears instead of doubting your dreams, and your life will become much, much better. And then just start. Take action, even if you don't know exactly how you will achieve what you wish to. But by just starting, by just taking the first step, pieces will fall into place. Because clarity comes from action, not from thought. It also helps to start really small. Just focus on or agree on working just 10 minutes at a certain time per day on your new endeavors, even if it's just writing down ideas. And over time, you will find that you will spend more and more time naturally, and that you get more clarity and more confidence with each passing day. So by just starting, you will be ahead of most others out there. To sum it up, passion is a real superpower. It is the key for achieving your goals and to living a fulfilled life. You have to identify your values, and you have to identify passion of yours that you can use to provide value to other people. Then you need to overcome your limiting beliefs and get into the habit of taking action and just start. Then the world is yours. Imagine a world where the majority of people love what they do each and every day. If more people really follow their passion and double down on what they're really good at, it will create better outcomes as well as happier and more fulfilled people. Anything that is done with passion is superior. Thank you.